Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Urban Enthusiasm Podcast. My name is Anderson Hayes, and here today is Harrison Hayes
Harrison Hayes.
with our hot takes on current events and how we can have sex with more women in one day. Harrison, go. What's your strategy?
You know, my fiance's right there. That's probably the most attentive she's been in my life. Hmm. So you're curious about that, huh? Oh, wish you were curious when I say I want to go back to school.
Okay, so today we have a special podcast with my grandmother. Her name is Eleanor Harrison,
Yeah.
and we interviewed her for about 20 minutes.
Well, it was actually longer than that. You know, it cut off.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. There was something going on with your system, and it said, "Do you need help?" And I guess like we missed
How
everything.
long had it been going on?
I have no idea.
Samar, did you catch that?
No,
No?
she probably couldn't have seen that. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so we don't know.
I want to say maybe about 10 to 15 minutes is gone.
Okay, well, that's okay. Well, hopefully
Yeah.
you all still listen and enjoy the podcast.
Yeah,
It's very entertaining.
it is.
Well, before we continue with that, and before we just insert that in here,
Yeah, easy technology.
Harrison, how are you doing?
I'm okay. Oh yeah, one more thing with the podcast. Sorry about that. You're gonna hear maybe like something that sounds like that, like someone's hitting the mic. That's just our grandma. It was kind of hot in her place, so she's just fanning herself. She had one of those church fans.
Oh, do you want to tell her a little bit about what's going on with her?
I don't know. Is that something? Well, she's not in the best of health. Let me just say that.
Yeah,
She is 76 years old, maybe.
that's close enough.
Yeah, she's not in the best of health, so we just thought it would be good to interview her about her past, what she's done. So in the first part, you're going to hear a lot about her work with HIV/AIDS here in the
Yes.
city of Richmond.
Yes.
And then she kind of goes into where she grew up, which is Buchanan Street.
Buchanan Street.
If you're even from Richmond, you probably don't even know about Buchanan Street.
Of course not,
Because
they
it's
tear
no
it down.
longer around. But yeah, she goes into that, a little bit about Churchill, and then the educational system, Armstrong High School, which is where she graduated from in the 60s, and then a little bit about her late husband, James Harrison, or Papa.
You never once called him Papa. You never once called him Papa.
Papa. I don't know. They're spelt the same way, aren't they?
Yes.
They're-
It's all about how you say it. So, yeah, I guess that should be a good podcast. No, it will be a good podcast.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Oh, and she also, I think this was cut out, though. She mentioned some stuff going on around the city for HIV/AIDS with
Yeah.
VCU. I think that was cut out, though. I'm
That
almost
might have
certain
been
that
cut
was
out.
cut out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the first part of when she talks about Buchanan Street was cut out, too.
Yes, I do think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but anyway, how are you?
I'm great. I'm
Any
great.
who's? Any shucks?
So, Tuesday, so this podcast is probably going to come out on Wednesday. I was going to release another one, but I guess,
what about, did you tell everybody your good news?
Nope, I'm going to wait.
Okay, good. All right, tease. Tease for you. That's a tease.
Yeah. So, yeah, elections are on Tuesday.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Golly, just go right into
Who are you
it.
voting for?
Okay, well, I can't say this on the radio show.
Why?
The radio show?
No, you can't say it.
I don't know. This is an interesting election. Honestly, I'm still kind of undecided. What are you doing?
I was doing okay. Never mind.
Okay, like the fan thing. So I am a registered Democrat.
I'm a
even though-
registered Republican.
Okay,
Not really, but
that would make this like such such an interesting podcast.
can I register as a Republican?
Sure. I mean, I want to sit down with a Republican, just say like, "Hey, what are your thoughts on what is happening?" Because we did just see like the best reality show ever just a couple of weeks ago.
You know,
with that
somebody
debate.
who used to work with Urban Enthusiasm, a guy named Jacob Neef, he is now a young Republican.
Really, the
Yep.
young guy that went to St. Christopher's or something.
No, he did not go to St. Christopher's,
Okay.
but he went to a private school, yes.
That's on me. Sorry.
Yes. And he is a young Republican. I can see if he wants to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get him on one day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious as to their thinking for, and I'm always curious about young Republicans because it seems like, in at least in what I think and see or hear, I feel like it's hard for you to be a young Republican and those Republican candidates start mentioning anything about like student loans or
Well, they don't care about any of that.
because they have enough money.
Exactly.
Because daddy's gonna pay for me, and mama's gonna pay.
Daddy
for me
got
too.
the bills.
Mama got the tuition, and daddy got the fees, and my uncle got the room and board.
Exactly.
So I'm good, son. Loans. I don't know what that is. FAFSA. I didn't fill out one of those things.
Yeah. So, I mean, some people feel like that. I mean, remember the guy that I used to room with, the Asian guy I used to room
Yeah.
with at Howard? He was a Republican.
Wow. Interesting.
And he didn't agree with students getting health care.
Students getting health care?
Mm-hmm. He didn't think that the government should pay for health care.
Okay. I'm okay. I mean, I'm definitely okay with that.
Interesting.
But I think it should be affordable for people who can't afford health care.
No, he didn't think anybody who was under a certain age needed health care.
Okay. I know you wouldn't know why, but I'm curious. As to
No,
why.
I didn't entertain the question anymore.
'Cause
And I
that-
didn't have a podcast at that time. But if I did, I would have said, "Oh, let's talk about that."
Yeah, because that's really weird. Have you been to? Have you worked with? Have you been to a hospital?
Yeah.
There's a whole pediatric center. That's why they have children's hospitals. Yeah, interesting. Wow, I feel like sometimes we get into a bubble. Sometimes, and it's easy to forget that there are other people out in this world that are going through different things. And even if you don't agree that, raising taxes to help out with welfare or whatever isn't correct, at least understand that there are poor people. So if it's not welfare that you're going to do, then what is your plan to help out those people? If it's
That's
going to
very
be
true.
jobs, then let's go and talk about that further.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about Bernie Sanders?
Bernie Sanders, I think he's...
Can you enlighten people on the free tuition that everybody thinks they're getting?
Yeah, so one, it's just tuition, and anyone that goes to a university knows that tuition is not the only thing in the cost of attendance. So you have fees associated with the university, and then you also have room and board, which can oftentimes be higher than the cost of tuition and fees.
Yes.
So even if you're going to say, well, let's make this one aspect free, well, there's still like a lot more money out there that a student has to worry about. And if you still don't have the means of paying for that, and if you're a university, the only logical thing for you, if you're going to have someone like not pay, or you're going to assume that students are going to have their tuition paid for it, then why don't you just raise fees? I mean, there has to be something in that plan that just says, well, universities can't raise fees. Universities have to lower the cost of tuition on their own, or these are the penalties associated with it.
Yeah.
If we're going to do that, and I know this is hard to legislate for a private institution, just because oftentimes they don't give a crap, and why should they? They don't get funds from
The
the
federal
federal government or the
yes.
state. So. But I do think it's in the best interest if when people hear that thing, okay, let's make college free. I mean, that's just really, really hard. And I'm a Bernie Sanders fan. I want to vote for Bernie Sanders. And initially, I'm the one who told you about Bernie Sanders.
That may or may not be true. But I don't think anyone expected Bernie Sanders to go this far.
No, heck no.
I don't even think Bernie Sanders
No, I don't.
expected to go this far. I think Bernie was like, we'll try to make it as an independent.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Do you think he'll still run as an independent if
I don't think so.
that would be so smart though?
You
Maybe. A lot of young people would vote for him.
A lot of young people would, but I think that I think as far as Democrats are concerned, one thing I don't like about Bernie Sanders, he has not reached out to the black community
Well, yeah.
in an effective way.
Yeah, you know how who endorsed him? Spike Lee.
Spike Lee, not someone.
Not someone like
Yeah.
you got to get like Tyler Perry to
Again,
endorse you. No, I'm serious. You do. You had to get Tyler Perry to endorse you because if Tyler Perry comes out and says, "Yo, I'm voting for Bernie Sanders,"
Yeah.
or I endorse Bernie Sanders, you're gonna get a segment of black people are gonna be like, who's
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta go on the Tom Jordan morning show.
Exactly.
Like, you
exactly.
gotta go
Like I don't know
to
about the
those-
Tyler Perry thing, but
No, definitely Tyler Perry too. But you have to go out there and get that
Yeah.
black vote.
that black, because honestly, and I think the numbers came out of South Carolina, which he got spanked.
He did.
Yeah, it
What were
was
the
like
numbers?
70 something, 20 something.
Woo!
Yeah,
God. Yeah,
he
see,
got
like,
spanked.
you definitely need that black
Yeah,
vote.
and he got what? Hillary got like 80 or 90% of the black vote, something like that. It was ridiculously high. And it's because, like, yeah, there are going to be black people, young black people that agree with your message,
Yes.
agree with you,
Who are going
like
to
that you
look-
support
yes.
Black Lives Matter. But there's a whole
But then
segment
there's
of
parents
Yeah.
and people who
Mhm.
who aren't as educated
yeah,
and are gonna be like, well, I know who Hillary Clinton. I know who
Yeah,
Bill Clinton is,
exactly.
so I'm voting for Hillary.
exactly, exactly.
And they would have voted for Hillary during Barack Obama, but there was a black guy, so it was
Yeah.
like,
And I
definitely
think-
going
I
for
think-
the black guy.
You know, I've heard on a couple of things like Bernie Sanders was trying to reach out to younger voters because he believed, or someone believed, somebody thought this, and I wish I had credit for who they were, but they were basically saying what Barack Obama did was reach out to younger voters, and then those younger voters went and told their parents. But when those younger voters went and told their parents, it's easier to say, well, he's a black man, and he
Yeah.
can be the first black
Yeah.
president,
Yeah.
versus, this white guy wants to make tuition free. And he's going to, and another
They'll be
thing.
like, what does that mean? Okay,
Exactly.
what is that going to do?
And
for
another
me?
thing that I don't like, where I think that the Bernie Sanders campaign needs to shift if they want black voters, you cannot say, and this was I think he said this in a speech in South Carolina, or maybe it was in Norfolk, but he was saying that black people should vote for him, and then he goes immediately into
civil rights?
civil rights, and
Yeah,
then
that's-
from civil rights he goes immediately into justice, the justice system,
Yeah.
reforming the justice
Yeah.
system. You right there are associating crime to black people.
Ooh.
There are a lot of black people who just want to hear okay, are you going to get me a job? Because black unemployment is real. Like, that is a real thing.
We've talked about that on
That's
the
a
podcast
serious
plenty
thing,
of
but
times.
you have to, if you're going to just talk about the justice system needing reform, which it does, and mass incarceration, which is important, that needs to be corrected. But that needs to be something that you talk about for the fifth, the sixth time, because there's so many black people out here that are just trying to make enough money, get a job so that they can live well. They want to know what you're going to do for education. They want to know things like that. They don't want to necessarily hear, well, we're going to reform the justice system.
Yeah.
Because you're associating black people with crime.
Black people, yeah. That's real. That's very honest and true. But I think Bernie Sanders
Yeah.
has lost the
Yeah.
black
I think
vote.
so.
I
I think
think
it's
he
too late.
didn't-
It's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Yeah.
You waited a little bit too long. Because seriously, you do. I think I'm being honest. It would make a lot of sense. It would make a lot of sense if he got an endorsement from Tyler Perry
I don't know
or
about
Oprah.
Tyler Perry. But Oprah, yeah. Like if he, yeah. Yeah, no, if he got an endorsement from Oprah or
that's
like
not
you said, Tom Joyner,
Tom Joyner,
Steve Harvey.
Tom Joyner, Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
You need that vote.
I mean, even like the Eric Holders of the world. I mean, like if you got that, you're sitting on a nice spot where people are like, oh, well, I can listen to them.
Yeah.
But now you have.
How about Bobby Skype? Who did he endorse?
Well, I don't know who he endorsed, but he's a part of the Congressional Black Caucus who said they were endorsing Hillary Clinton.
Okay, so he's probably with
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
And that's where I think my issue is because you missed out on the opportunity.
Opportunity
right
for yeah.
and you've been in the Senate for that long,
Yeah.
and you missed out on a large opportunity.
But I don't think he expected this though.
Expected.
His campaign to go this
I don't
far.
know, man. I think you don't get into a race
Yeah,
not
true.
expecting to win. Because even Martin O'Malley now, if he tries to run again, people are going to be like, well, you failed like the first time. You weren't even close.
Yeah, he wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you polled like what I would poll if I said I was running for president.
But that makes you think, who's gonna run next? Like we got Hillary now.
Yeah.
After Hillary, who are the up and coming Democrats that you may think like, okay, well they may come out and put their hat in for
You know,
president?
I think Cory Booker is
Do you
one.
think he is?
I don't.
said so much that he's not gonna do it.
I know. I think that
I think he couldn't do it this time if Hillary
he
was
could.
running, so
He wouldn't.
that wouldn't-
And
that wouldn't.
people are thinking that he might be like the vice presidential candidate for Hillary.
That would make a lot of
So-
sense.
But yeah, he couldn't have done it. I don't
Yeah.
know. The guy.
Wait, they're really saying Cory Booker might be the vice president?
Yeah. I mean, his name has gotten tossed around as a running mate for Hillary. Yeah. I mean, which would make sense. And that guy.
For Bernie, wasn't the woman? What's that woman's name? Tossed around for
The one
Bernie
from
Sanders.
Massachusetts, the
Maybe
senator
that's
from
it.
Massachusetts,
Yeah.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, she would be good. I wish she would have ran for president, but
Yo, Killer Mike, he was on some show and he said the same thing. He was
Yeah.
like, if it was between Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, I would vote for
Yeah.
Elizabeth Warren.
I don't think that
Why?
Elizabeth
Why?
Warren wanted to
What
do
about
that.
her? What a
One, she will hold. If you're talking about people who have attacked Wall Street and held that billionaire class and wants to have an economic system where everybody has a fair shot, she has like proof of that.
Oh,
like
really?
she's attacked big banks. She's
Oh, really?
done that.
Wow.
Yeah, she's proposed legislation to do that. And I think Bernie Sanders is sincere about it.
yeah.
But I think that if you have Elizabeth Warren, I just think that she would have. And one, I think age plays into it for me too. Bernie Sanders,
kinda
70s,
old.
70,
74,
yeah,
74-ish.
yeah. Elizabeth Warren, maybe in her 60s or something,
Okay.
probably could have.
Cory Booker is what, 45?
Yeah,
50?
something like that. Yeah, he's young. No, he's really young.
He's really young.
He's really young.
Only thing is he's single. That's the
Yo,
only
one thing I don't like, and this is a guy who I had respect for, Chris Christie.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a
Well, he shifted his campaign to fit a narrative. I
Yeah,
think after
but
a while
he wasn't always like that.
No, he wasn't,
He used
but-
to say, "I'm going to work with. I'm not about Republican, Democrat. I'm about, doing what's best for New Jersey." What he said, whatever. But now your whole thinking is this extreme ideology. I don't know where that comes from.
I think now that Donald Trump got into the race,
Yeah.
he kind of adjusted his views. Like what? It came out that he endorsed Donald Trump.
Yeah, he endorsed
And
him.
I think the only reason he's doing that is I think he wants to take another shot at it for the next president.
But even if he didn't, I think that what we're going to see now is after whoever wins this election, I think the saner people in the Republican Party, and I don't mean to say saner, but I think it's going to be less angry. Because right now I feel like what we have is this very conservative thing, which I don't mind. Like, if you're conservative, we can disagree on some things.
But you can't just be like.
But some of this stuff
blatant.
is so far.
You know who's actually not that bad?
Who?
Jeb Bush. But he just didn't get his fair shake.
Eh,
Nobody wanted to listen to him.
yeah, but Jeb again, like he tried to fit his mold.
Exactly,
into
he did.
This
He
conservative
did,
thing, which I don't know. You can't do that if, like, you can't run your campaigns like that.
Yeah.
Like,
He got a lot of money, too.
Yeah, yeah.
He got a lot of money. That has to be depressing. I guess a lot of people expected him to win, but...
Didn't he say sorry to all of his donors or something?
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He said sorry. He said he failed him. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And he did.
I didn't like how at the end he was like, all right, well, I'm going to take off these glasses and wear contacts now. Did you see that?
No, he said that?
He took off his he stopped wearing his glasses and started just wearing contacts.
I don't understand. Why?
Give him a new look. Like, oh yeah, well this is gonna make
Did he really not think he didn't get it because he had glasses? No, man, it was because when you tried to attack Donald Trump in the debate, you sounded weak.
Yeah, but I guess he did. I think he thought that would work.
Well, one, it was way too many people for the. I mean, someone who I kind of. Shamar and I, like, every time he was on the Republican debate, there would be like one or 2 points where we were like, oh, I can't believe I agree with him. Rand Paul.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Yeah, but he never got the traction for it.
Didn't he get torched at Howard that one time?
He did.
I just always think about
that.
He
did. But you know what? The fact that you would come into the fight.
I was about to say, the fact that you even came into the school of business, to Howard is crazy, but you did get lit on fire by a bunch of undergrad students. Yeah. So that's...
But he knew that. I mean, but that's... But not only that, like, I think he talked to Roland Martin, too. You know, he's...
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one.
Well, I think that, you know, one thing about him, he's just really, really... I think he's really
a libertarian,
passionate.
right?
He's a libertarian. I think he's really passionate about his views, and I think he honestly believes that small government is going to work best. And I think that message...
That is good to a
degree. That
degree.
message, I think, is effective. I think a lot of black people would agree with his message if he had the opportunity to say it when it wasn't like, you know, a bunch of noise going on in the background and people could hear him.
What do you think's gonna? Do you think he's gonna try to run again?
Yeah, I think he's gonna run. He's young. Yeah, he's got some time. I think with all of them, I think one, you're never going to be able to run on, well, we don't like Obama. Yeah. Like, if you want to go after the, you know, small town, a lot of people who probably don't see black people at all or interact with any type of minority at all, then go ahead and say you don't like Obama. But if you look at where we were 8 years from now, I mean, that's a big difference. He did do some good things, and you have to be able to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
So I think with Republicans, if you keep on bashing Obama, the more, and I'm not going to say Obama did everything right, because he didn't, but the more you're going to get away from getting that minority and even independent vote, in my opinion.
So two candidates, who do you think they are? Republican and Democrat?
I think Hillary's got it in the bag.
Yeah, I think she does too. Yeah. I think Bernie had a fighting chance, but he just didn't do. He didn't get that extra.
You know,
push.
after New Hampshire.
After New Hampshire, he had it. Yeah, he did. He had it, but he didn't give it that extra.
He didn't. He really didn't.
Yeah.
He really didn't. I think that he had it in his hands.
Yeah.
Nevada. He lost out on an opportunity. Yeah. I think he should have campaigned so hard in Nevada.
Yeah.
Because you could have because if he would have won Nevada, I think that would have set him up. He may not have won South Carolina.
Yeah, definitely.
But maybe a lot more black people would have been like, oh, who is this Bernie Sanders?
Well, at least a lot of minorities would have been like, hey.
Yeah.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy right here? Yeah. Yeah.
But I think
Well-
that like we said, Bernie missed out on the opportunity.
I think he didn't
He
get
went
the black
too
vote.
he went too young black.
Yeah.
Well, and he tried to say, well,
He
if
went
I get
toward-
that, I get everybody.
He went toward the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Instead of, but you got to still get the.
Yeah.
There's even though. Okay, when you talk about Black Lives Matter, a certain like the organizers there, and I want to use something that Du Bois came up with, the talented 10.
Yeah.
Like that's a part of that
Yeah.
group of people.
Yeah.
And if you think you gonna win over the whole black community with 10% of us, ain't gonna work, brother.
Yeah.
You gotta try to
Maybe
get.
back in the day when we all used to live together, but
Yeah.
those little kids
Yeah.
from Black Lives Matter,
Yeah.
if you got all those kids that are coming from the suburbs and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and they don't know what it means to live in like the neighborhood,
Yeah.
where you're all black and
Yeah.
it's not just you, that little one black person.
Yeah.
Nah, man. They're
Yeah.
they're two different people.
Yeah, they are.
There's two different people.
Yeah, and you gotta recognize that. And I don't think he did a good job
No.
of acknowledging that. Like
No.
the black vote is so much bigger than that.
Yeah.
And you gotta be able. The good politicians tap into both.
Yeah.
Like you got to be able to tap in
Yeah.
to the guy who's
Because you have
Who's
look,
regular.
you have so much that you could say about
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
All you need to say is look at what she did for mass incarceration.
Exactly.
But if you don't already have that leeway of built
Yeah.
up where there's at least some black senator
Yeah.
that's gonna vote, or
Yeah.
excuse me, congressman that's gonna endorse you or whatever.
Yeah.
If you just have like people
Yeah.
out there like Spike Lee and stuff like Killer Mike and stuff like that, you're not gonna get
Yeah.
it, man.
But because look, I think I heard who was it? Steve Harvey. He's talked about Bernie Sanders
Yeah,
before on
he
the
has,
show.
he
But
has.
just because you talk about it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you can't go on the show.
Yeah.
Because going on the show is something totally different.
Exactly. If
You
he would
gotta
have
be
went
able to-
on, yeah.
You gotta go on. You gotta go on those shows. If you
Yeah.
go on Steve Harvey's show, you got a certain segment of people who are gonna be like, "Yeah, I'll vote for
At
you,"
least, not even I'll vote for
or
you,
at least I'll
but
look
just
into.
I'll
I'll
consider you.
consider you. Yeah,
I'll consider
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Because I think about with our parents,
yeah.
they're not. I don't assume they're gonna vote for Bernie Sanders,
No,
and it's because every time Bernie Sanders gets on, it's about.
because if you really ask them who's Bernie Sanders, they'll be like,
I don't
really
know.
Don't know.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
And you know what? In the debates, I don't think that that's where you can, because you can watch a debate,
Yeah.
and then you can still say, well, I like both of these guys.
Yeah.
Like they're both saying
Yeah,
things that
yeah,
are kind of the
yeah,
same, and
yeah.
one agrees with that, and one agrees with that. Okay, but if you don't get out there and reach into the black vote, you're not in, some of these cities. You went to Norfolk State.
Yeah. Yeah.
You went to,
To
Norfolk
Norfolk State.
State.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you thought you was gonna get the black vote here in Virginia by going to Norfolk State. Not saying anything's wrong with that, but what is that the smallest HBCU here in in Virginia?
No, VUU is Virginia.
VU. Okay, but you go to Norfolk State, right? And you don't go to Hampton.
Yeah.
You don't go to BCU.
Yeah,
You don't go to
yeah.
any
That's
Virginia
what.
State.
It's so weird that he went to Norfolk
Yeah.
State. It's like
And
he
not only that,
tried.
it's just got off
off
their
their
accredited.
accreditation.
Yeah.
It's like he tried at the end to like say, "Oh well, this is my way of going back to the black vote." But if you would have gone to Hampton,
Yeah.
that would have been a little bit more like, "Oh, you went to Hampton?
Yeah.
Who are you?" Like you go to Norfolk State, they're just gonna be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, it's Norfolk State." Like if you go to VCU,
Yeah.
then people are gonna be like, "Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay." And you have to also do. Like I say, you got to do those Tom Joyners,
You
Steve
do.
Harveys.
You do.
Yeah, you got to do them. You got to
Even
do
here,
them.
like I heard his ad on 104.7, which is a gospel station here,
Yeah.
which is good and all.
Yeah.
But
Even go to the gospel station.
you
gotta
talk
put
to
yourself
people.
out.
You gotta talk to
Because
black
they don't
people.
know you.
They don't.
know. They know Hillary
They-
Clinton. So
and
they're
I
gonna
bet
be
you.
like, okay,
and
yeah,
here's
I
the
like
thing
him.
about Clinton. I bet you if Cory Booker said that I'm gonna run, Hillary Clinton would
Would
lose the
still-
black vote. Because
You think so?
yes, because It's easy. I said, it's
very
easy
true.
for them to say, because I guarantee there's not a lot of black people that are like, yes, Hillary Clinton is running. Like, yes. Like, hold on. Black people know what she did under Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Black people know that Bill Clinton wasn't the best president for them.
Yeah.
They know that type of stuff. So, but if you have two people and you have one person, I don't know who you are up until 2015.
Yeah.
I've never heard you before.
Yeah. Why don't you think Cory Booker decided to run this year?
I think that
You think he did out of respect?
I think so. I think a lot of people didn't run out of respect for
Hillary.
That's why I don't think Mark Warner would have won. I think Mark Warner would have been the president of the United States if he would have ran
I honestly agree with that same
because
thing.
he
That's
leans on
always
both
been
sides. So
like-
I think he would have got the
Or
Republican
even
vote.
what's the other guy's name? What's the guy? Tom. Oh my God. Who he was mayor of Richmond. He came and spoke at our high school graduation.
Kaine?
Tim Kaine. Do you think he's gonna run?
I think I hate to say it because I don't really know him like that. But honestly, I think there's some people that are just really good at what they do. I think he's a really good senator.
Okay.
And, when you're really good at that, I don't think you need to try to be something that you're not and just try to run for president.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Joe Biden. Like, look, man, you're a really good
but
senator.
Joe Biden
You're not
could come in if Hillary wasn't gonna win this.
Yeah. I think he would have, yeah.
You think he would have taken the black vote? If he worked for it, I think he would have got it.
Yes.
And I think Joe
he
Biden
would have
would
got
have.
it.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that if he ran, Hillary Clinton would not be winning. I don't think he would have won. Because you got to understand, Bernie Sanders isn't even a Democrat. Like,
Yeah, he's an independent, right?
He's not even a Democrat. He's an independent running for president. But I like independents, don't get me wrong, because I consider myself more independent than I do Democrat.
He is well.
But no one knows you. Like, no one knows you, man.
Yeah.
And no one knew Barack Obama, but he was black.
Black, yeah.
And with Virginia, I think I read somewhere like the most important vote in Virginia is a black woman.
Really?
Yeah, it's the black woman.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That makes sense, though.
So if you're Bernie Sanders, old white guy.
Yeah. So okay, we have Democratic is Hillary. Who do you think the Republican will be?
Oh God, it's so hard to even say. It's so hard to even say. I think I think Marco Rubio is catching a little wave right now.
Yeah.
I think that he's gonna do better on Super Tuesday.
Yeah.
But I think after Super Tuesday, if he doesn't win like 3 states, Donald Trump's gonna be the nominee.
I don't say that necessarily because you still got Florida.
He's not gonna win. He's already polling low in Florida.
Donald Trump has Florida right now?
Yeah, he's ahead in Florida.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's
Marco
ahead.
Rubio is polling
At
low
least
in
the
Florida.
last one, I think Donald Trump was ahead by like 20 points or something. I mean, like, it's...
Do you think he wants to be president?
You know what?
I don't think he expected this, honestly.
I think he did, and I think that, one thing is there's just so many... To me, if you look back at what he said, there's no way that he would have been president. I know that people don't like the politically correct thing, but if he becomes president, I guarantee you there's going to be so many mad people around the world.
But he was a Democrat.
He was a Democrat. I mean, he supported Democrats. He supported them. I think a lot of it is a show. I think a lot of it is...
That's why I think...
I want you to get mad. I want you to get angry. And I don't know if this is just like Hillary Clinton's grand plan. Like, okay, who am I going to run against? I'm going to get independent, very liberal guy to run against. And who's going to be the Republican? Donald Trump. Hey, how about you run? You're going to make it so that they're just crazy as
vote for me. That kind of makes a little sense, though. That makes sense, though. That actually makes sense.
Hold on, because if you have Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, you're not good. If you're Virginia,
you're not going to vote for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going,
You're
as
gonna
a
be like,
Republican or whatever,
that's
you're not going to.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you think about the swing states,
Yeah.
they're going to go blue.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah,
not like,
Nah, man.
They blue.
Nah, man. Ohio, nah, man.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
what you're going to have is, I think there's probably going to be a lot of established Republicans, if it is Donald Trump and Hillary, that are going to say, no. I endorse Hillary Clinton, because if we have Donald Trump, it's going to be mayhem.
So you think if it's Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump wins?
Oh, no.
Hillary Clinton wins?
Oh, yeah. I think she wins by a landslide.
Yeah, me
Landslide.
too. Me too.
I think that there's probably a lot of sane people in this world. I think he'll probably get the, very white people.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, males, white males. I think he'll get that. But everyone else, I don't think he's going to get.
Yeah, because I don't think he's going to get the minority vote at all.
No.
At all.
And,
I don't think
and
he's
if
gonna be able
Donald
to get
Trump
that
thinks
vote.
that black people like him just from meeting with some pastors who didn't even endorse him, you have another thing coming, son.
Yeah, because they did it. What was so weird about that? None of them said,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, we're going to vote. We endorse Donald Trump.
Yeah,
They're just like, oh, yeah, we listened to him and we heard what he has to say.
Yeah.
He's not a bad guy as y'all think he is. Like, that was it. It wasn't like, well, we're going to endorse him now. Nah.
But you know what? There are
some
some aspects of Donald Trump where I can see why someone would vote for them.
I can
and
see.
because what he talks about is basically, I don't care about being a Democrat. I don't care about being a Republican. I care about doing what I think is best for the country.
Yeah.
But I think when you alienate, like a lot of people, no pun intended, when you do that, you're going to have a large population of people that just are not going to listen to you.
Yeah.
Because black people have been oppressed. They are still oppressed in many instances.
Exactly.
They can relate to Muslims. So if you are talking bad against Muslims, it is so easy for me to relate with a Muslim person that has to go into an environment where they're all black and they are all Muslim.
And that's
or
vice
all
versa,
white.
though.
Yes. And they say, oh, well,
Yeah.
is he a terrorist? It's like,
What? Yeah.
like, he's just a person.
Yeah.
Like, he's a person.
Yeah.
Like, he or she is a person. Oh, well, why is she I don't get why they had to wear the hijab.
Yeah.
Come on, man, that's their culture. Like, like black people can say that without any issue.
Yeah.
Saying, well, I can see a way of, I don't know, understanding where an oppressed population comes from, whether it be a Muslim, whether it be someone who's Latino, whether it be someone who's Asian. I can understand that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you are automatically alienating those people, then no.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
That's
not going
very
to
true.
win.
Who do you think Donald Trump uses as a running mate?
I think it's going to be Chris Christie now.
Really?
Yeah, with the endorsement, I think it's all. I think that was his.
You don't
way.
think he would go with a woman or
I think
anybody?
He's gonna do Chris Christie, man. I think he's already said that by.
Well, then you're definitely gonna lose at that point.
Yeah, I think that there's.
Because you can't have. I don't think.
But see,
Somebody
there's
made
a lot
joke
of
about
people who
this.
kind of like Chris Christie.
But I don't think that we're gonna see another all white, straight white male group of presidents, meaning vice president and president, for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's gonna be a while before we see that.
Yeah, I think so too. You're not gonna get that anymore.
Yeah. You could have one, but you can't have all of your vice president and your president.
Yeah.
Because even if you look at Bernie Sanders, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to choose another white guy.
No, if he wins, he's going to probably choose either a white woman or a black person.
Yeah.
Let me not say black man or a black person.
Yeah. I mean, so I don't see the point of that. I just don't see.
Or even a Hispanic. I mean, I just don't know of many. I know that there's that guy that used to be the mayor of San Antonio.
I was about to say, how about those twins? Those two.
Yeah, that's them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one of them is now he's like head of something for Barack Obama. I forget what it was.
but some
I'm
department.
surprised. Well, I'm not surprised. I understand. I do understand why not as many people ran on the Democratic ticket
No.
this year. I get it.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton's running. It's
Yeah.
hey, yeah.
No,
We're
if she
gonna let
wasn't
her-
running, I bet you see. I'm not gonna say it would have been like the Republicans, but I think it would have been
a lot more.
probably
yeah.
at least 6 candidates
Yeah,
out there.
yeah,
that was,
yeah.
And who probably are legitimate.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, this is our first time really voting. Like people in
it
our
is.
generation,
Yeah.
we couldn't vote for the primary for Barack Obama.
Well, we voted for the.
we voted
second
for
term.
him the second term. We couldn't vote the first term.
Yeah,
So,
but
for-
he was gonna win the second term, like
yeah,
no matter what. It was it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I just think that for our generation, we have two kind of extremes, which kind of sucks. Because I think like the last one was pretty close, right? When Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton were running.
Yes,
that was
it
pretty
was.
close.
Yeah.
I think she just set that all up because she was like, "I'm not having another one of you."
Yeah. I think she
I'm
did
not
too.
having
I
him
think
come
so.
again.
I think so. That's why you saw the Democratic ticket
Yeah.
being so low. It was like, hey,
I'm not having that
I
again.
wouldn't be surprised if some people were paid off. Like, hey,
No,
hey,
probably. I'll put you in my
sit-
cabinet.
Yeah.
You'll be in my
You
cabinet.
sit down for a little
You
bit.
want
We go-
Secretary of State? All right, but you're not gonna run. That old guy can run, and that guy who was a governor that didn't do shit, he can run too. But
Yeah, and Webb, he can run too. Yeah, he's a little too out there, too close to Republican for
honestly,
Democrats.
I think
to-
he would have been probably pretty good had he
I like
had a
his
fuller
military
ticket.
strategy.
See, I think a lot of people. I think he gave up too fast.
yeah,
he gave up way.
He did. He did.
'Cause
I
a
like
lot of
his
people would've
military
liked him.
strategy a lot. I do.
Yeah, I mean,
I do too. I like him as far as that, but
He would have been good. He just got out way too fast before
I don't
people
think
even had a
he's-
chance to know who you were.
I don't think he's president material right now.
Well, he's older, so he better get it. He better get it right now or sometime soon.
No, I can see him as a vice president
yeah,
down the
definitely.
line.
Definitely.
But I don't think he's president material right now. So, who does Hillary choose? Who do you think she chooses? You said Cory Booker, but anybody else?
I could see Elizabeth Warren. I don't know if she wants to really run.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
2 women. Ooh.
Yeah.
Is America ready for that? I mean, yes, we are ready. Okay, go ahead.
I think if Marco Rubio wins, then I don't think that she has locked down all of the young vote.
Very true. I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's probably a lot of young people that can listen that just don't like Hillary Clinton based off of what they've learned from what Bill Clinton did.
Yeah.
And just can say, no, I'm not going to vote for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
And they want to find that other candidate. Because that's how I was. I was like,
Yeah, me too. I was looking for
why
that
can
other
I not
kid.
vote for
Yeah,
Hillary
yeah,
Clinton?
Yeah. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see. I don't know. I don't know who she's gonna run with or who she's gonna choose.
I hope it's someone who's Latino.
You think so?
I hope so. I think a Latino would be really good. Already having a black president.
Do you think Obama's gonna nominate somebody for the?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna pass. You know what? If I was him, if the game the Republicans want to play is we're not gonna, I do what he's doing because what he's doing is smart. He's basically saying, okay, y'all really don't want to nominate anybody, and you think Donald Trump is likely going to be your candidate. Okay, well, here I go. I'm going to vote somebody in who's probably moderate, which it seems like he's about to do.
Yeah.
Someone who's moderate. And either you can say, well, Hillary Clinton's going to come in and going to vote someone and nominate someone liberal.
That's the crazy thing about it. It's like, you kind of, if you're a Republican, you're really taking a shot here.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think that's a shot I would take.
I'm
really
really
with
think,
moderate.
What's the guy who wrote the piece for the USA Today? The guy who initially came out and said, you know what, we're not going to select anybody. The white senator guy.
Oh, Mitch McConnell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
I think that really hurt the Republican
Yeah.
Party a little
Yeah.
bit. Like, that was really the dumbest thing.
what
How do you
does Obama
speak
have
for
to
all Republicans and
Yeah.
be like, hey, by the way, we're not going to nominate anybody for that?
Yeah.
You got to really think about, like, just because you don't like Obama, all right, cool. But you got to think about your situation right now.
Yeah.
So I think that was.
I mean,
kind
what?
of,
I mean, as Obama, what are you gonna? Hold on. What can? Okay, you're not gonna nominate the moderate. Okay, so you're betting on Donald Trump
winning.
to win. Okay, cool. If I'm Obama, I'm like, all right, cool. All right, nice. You want to go with that game? Cool. I'm gonna still nominate someone who's moderate.
Yeah.
Just so you have it. But if I was him, I may go the other direction. I
Yeah.
may nominate someone completely liberal. Because
Yeah.
what you gonna do? You really gonna wait for Donald Trump to come in? You think he's gonna win? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, let's play that game. Let's play that game right there.
Okay, so I guess here we can end the first portion.
Yeah.
And we'll play the interview that we did with our grandma called Gramme.
Yeah, Grammy.
So yeah, you all enjoy that. And will we do a closing section at the end of the interview? Yes, we should.
Sure.
We've talked for 45 minutes, actually 46 minutes. so,
Okay. Well,
which is good. This is going to be a nice long podcast. I
Good.
like that. All right, so we'll see you on the other end of the interview. Enjoy.
What can I say? All right, thanks again, dog. Bye-bye. Yeah. Oh, we recording, so I'm not taking them a call. And then look at him.
I know.
He up in here too. I said, now he up in the darn recording too.
He is a beautiful dog. Where did y'all get him from?
Chesterfield.
How
Yeah.
much was he?
800.
Yeah, something like that.
Y'all paid in installments.
No.
Look at Tasha. Oh, Lord have mercy. Tasha is a trip one. Oh,
Yeah, no installments.
No installment.
Oh, them people ain't take no installment.
No.
Oh, no.
Dog.
No.
Because you can keep the dog and not bring it back.
Oh, Lord. Tasha a trip one.
Yep.
All right, Grammy, we started recording already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you want to tell them first?
Yeah, introduce yourself first.
Oh, my name is Eleanor Todd Harrison, and I'm a retiree of Virginia Department of Health, Richmond City Health District. And now that,
Age out there?
oh no, I'm not putting in the age. The age don't matter when you can get things done in the community. That's what I'm all about. Yes, and I work as a community advocate now. And when I was in the HIV/AIDS arena, of course, I worked as a community activist then, concerning issues on HIV and AIDS.
Okay.
And always have been a lover of getting HIV and AIDS and STDs, sexually transmitted disease, under control, not only within this city, but within the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Okay, so let's start back from the beginning, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so Grammy, tell us, how did you
Yeah, how'd you get involved with
involved with
AIDS, community outreach, all of that?
Yeah, well, the fact of it is, when I worked with the health department, first going in 1968, of course, I went in through the,
You showing your age.
that's right, family planning and maternal child health care program.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went into the STD program, sexually transmitted disease program, in '74. So around 1981, that's when we heard about AIDS, and back then they called it all kinds of things,
Yeah.
GRID, and
Now,
we didn't know anything about HIV. So we were just everybody was trying to find out what was this disease that was on the West Coast that was literally killing all Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Well, we heard later on that was some.
That.
So that's what we heard our cases from.
Yeah.
And later on, we heard that there were some cases that were started down in Louisiana, different places like that. But when it first started out, we heard that they started on the West Coast. And of course, because they had all those bathhouses out there, and a lot of different things were going on in that 70s era. And so basically, in 1981 was when we in Virginia heard about the HIV and AIDS, and we were immediately trained by the CDC to go in and talk with people and counsel them who were positive, because we didn't have any treatment back then.
Was it mainly men or women who were positive?
Well, during that era, it was mainly men,
Okay.
because of the fact that we saw an increased number of men who gave their preference as being men who were gay men. And it's not a gay disease. We just want everybody to know
Yeah.
that it wasn't a gay disease at all. It was just started with a population of individuals who were infected
Yeah.
because of different reasons, and specifically because they were having unprotected sex.
Yeah. And here in Richmond, how fast was the outbreak? So when y'all had it, did it spread fast? Did it? Because I know that there was like a lot of news coverage of it in the 80s.
And there's still a problem with HIV.
Yeah, and Richmond.
Oh yeah, we still have a problem. And the fact of it is, a lot of the populations, community populations, they got in there and they really educated
Okay.
their individuals to go on and have safer sex. And
Where did y'all go to educate?
oh, we used to go everywhere we could. The 409 Club, or we'll go to any clubs that would have us. Mr. Steve Prophet from
Is
Northern.
409 a
Well,
gay club?
well, it was a gay club back then. And Fieldings. We used to go to a lot of clubs. Whoever would have us, we used to go there and do testing when we got into an area that we could provide the HIV test. And now they continue to provide it now. Because, we went through an era here, like anywhere else, that we couldn't provide the HIV test because we had to wait till it was developed.
Yeah.
The actual test?
The
was-
test.
Wow.
We had to wait until it was actually developed. And of course, once it was developed, then we could go in and offer the test
Yeah.
for HIV. And what that would do would pick up specifically HIV, and we were looking for the virus that causes AIDS, which is HIV, the immunodeficiency virus that causes AIDS.
Now, did it ever come to an issue of your religion in doing HIV testing?
My religion?
Yeah.
Oh, no. The fact of it is, we're all about saving lives. And when you're about...
You're a very Christian woman.
Oh, yes. And when you're out there trying to make a difference in your community and saving lives, then you know that you're doing what God wants you to do, too.
Yeah.
Because God is to be the foremost person in front of you. And you know that he's leading you and guiding you so that you can go out there and help save lives in this community. And not only save lives, but you're bringing some closure in, too, to a lot of different families that we counsel with and support groups that we have. And we're just so happy that all those things can fall right in line so we can continue to help our community.
Yeah.
Did you ever see like young children affected by HIV and AIDS?
Oh, yes. We saw
And would
Young-
you
young
see,
women
like,
and men.
Did you see fathers that would cheat on their wives and transport that disease to their wives? Did you see cases like that?
well, we would say that we did. I mean, that wasn't only in Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
That was all over the country. And not only did the men say that they were having unprotected sex outside of the home, but there were females who did the same. And so we had really to get in there and educate everybody. Everybody need to be educated.
So the population of people, who were they poor? Were they middle class? What type
All
of people?
classes. One thing about HIV and AIDS and STDs, they don't care who you are, where you came from, where you're trying to go, what you have. It doesn't work like that with them. Not with HIV and STDs, sexually transmitted disease. All they want a host to live in, and that's a body. And if that's your body and you got $3-4 million, if it can get in there, that's the place it want to be.
Exactly.
So it doesn't. It's not from any socioeconomic group. Anybody can get infected with HIV and other STDs.
Did anybody come to you and say you shouldn't be doing that type of outreach? Did anybody ever come and say that to you?
No, indeed.
Good. Okay.
Because of the fact that they knew exactly that I had passion, and all of us that were working in that field had passion for public health. And when you're a person that have passion for public health and want to see good things done in the community, then they know that you are doing it from the heart.
Yeah.
And it's not doing it from trying to get in the limelights, but you're trying to make a difference in your community.
There you go. All right. Harrison?
So, I mean, that was a nice little start for the HIV and AIDS thing.
Yeah.
Now, I got one more question. You were actually recognized for your work with HIV AIDS. Can you talk about that moment when, I don't know who it was that brought it to you, but when you were recognized for all the hard work you did in HIV and AIDS?
Yes, I was working at the Fan Free Clinic during that time. And a gentleman by the name of Alan Richardson put my name in to be recognized as Richmond's legend in the fight against HIV and AIDS. And of course, I was recognized. That was in 1995. And so as of 1995, I did become Richmond's legend in the fight against HIV and AIDS. And I guess he felt that, and most of the constituents felt that voted for me, felt that I certainly deserved it.
Yeah.
And we had done some excellent work here, not only in the city, but in the Commonwealth of, great Commonwealth of Virginia as well.
Do you have any funny stories you can tell us?
Yeah.
Not funny, but interesting stories you can tell us while working with any of the...
Yeah, with anyone in the community, yeah.
Because I know you got a lot of them.
Well, I tell you one thing, they always call me the condom lady.
Oh!
Because we gave out all of these condoms. Everywhere we would go, we have bags of condoms. We even had guys that, and so many of our family members and so many of our cousins and everybody else giving out condoms at the Gold Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And what's the Gold Bowl? Because some people
Bowl
don't know.
was- yeah,
It's a
the
young
Gold Bowl-
generation.
The Gold Bowl was when Virginia Union and Virginia State used to play over at Hoover Field.
It used to be one of the biggest
And they used to be one of the biggest events in
Richmond.
Richmond.
Yep.
And I tell you one thing, we used to give out, I know about maybe 12 to 14,000 condoms
In a day.
in a day to everybody that was there. And we really, really enjoyed that because of the fact that we were letting people know that they needed to practice safer sex. And when they see us coming, they say, oh, here come those condom ladies. And when they see me out in the field doing outreach, that's the STD lady or the condom lady. And really, that was wonderful that they could identify you by something that we were trying to do in the community to save lives. So that was a plus.
So you also had a TV show too,
Yeah, I
where
was
it's
about to
all
say.
for a short period of time, where you did the same thing.
I'm still doing that show. Hopefully, I'll be able to do this show in April.
Now, some of the
called
guests were people
Eleanor's-
that you helped, right?
Oh yeah, Eleanor's Place, and of course we try to get people from different backgrounds on there, and we try to set up resources for the community, and we're hoping that this year we can do the same. And I do want to speak a minute about a program that is coming up at Mosby School.
Mm-hmm.
Mosby Middle, well, it's Martin Luther King School now.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King Middle School, and it's going to be on March the 19th.
March the 9th.
Yeah, and it's being put on by Virginia Commonwealth University, having a big wellness block party.
Oh, good.
And we will be seeing flyers coming out in the community about that. So we want everybody that can get out, try to come out and support that day. And I do believe it's from 12 noon to 5. And they'll have lunch being served, all your wellness testing,
Mm-hmm.
and anything you can think of that you may need that day information on
Yeah.
will be there. Voting registration will be there. If you're a felon and you need to put in your papers to vote,
Mm-hmm.
they will have some people there that were doing that as well. And also, I just want to put a hit in for the Bethlehem Baptist Church, outreach community ministry, and other youth ministries within the church
Mm-hmm.
are going to provide we'll call it a teen rally
Yeah.
Okay.
in April, the end of April. And what we're doing is we're recruiting people from the community who would love to have their babies from, we'll say 3 months to 3 years to be crowned as the baby of the year for 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And also we will have another program that will be only open to the church members.
Okay.
So if you're interested in that, before we can get the information out, you can call the Bethlehem Baptist Church at 643-3404, or you can email them at,
That's an 804 area.
804 area code, 643-3404, or you can email them at B, like in boy, APTH,
THLEM.
yeah, I'm sorry, let me start
Yep.
over. BAPTH,
Mm-hmm.
BAPT
Mm-hmm.
CH01 at Verizon.net.
Net. And more importantly, you can also just email us at urbanenthusiasm@gmail.com, and we'll send you all the necessary information. Since this is an Urban Enthusiasm podcast. Also, you can reach us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and we'll be sure to give you all the information if you want to attend an event like that. It's really cool, too. Hold on 1 second now. What is it? A picture.
Oh, good.
Oh, look at that. Is that a you?
No, that was his brother.
Do you know who
His uncle, yeah, it's Spode. Yeah, that was his uncle.
Where is that? What, do you know what school that is?
Buckhannon School, where I went graduated from.
Okay,
All right,
now let's
hold
get
on,
into that.
hold on.
Okay.
What is Buckhannon?
Buckhannon is a little place down there behind where our church used to be.
Okay.
And it was a community.
Mm-hmm.
And it had its own school. It had its own school. And it had graduating from like kindergarten on up to the 6th grade, you would be there.
Yeah.
And all of us lived in Buckhannon. As you can see, a lot of little kids here
So
graduated from Buckhannon.
this was not Churchill or Northside.
No, this was down, like, down from Churchill.
Okay. And is it still there?
Well, the streets are back there, but not the community.
What?
The
what?
community was moved out when they came through with 95 in the jail, city jail.
95 in the city jail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So they put a jail where Buckhannon was.
All the way down in that
Wow.
Oh, so over in that area.
area.
Okay.
Right.
So Oliver Hill Way, stuff like that?
Right, but not as far over as that. We were
Okay.
like sitting back over a little bit further.
Okay.
How did you feel about that when they...
Oh, how did everybody feel about they had broken up our community?
Why
Yeah.
did they break it up?
Well,
Other
they,
than like the jail, but
well, the 95 quarter and all of that, they deemed that more important than they said they can go and move these people out and put 95 all down here
Did the city make that decision, or was it the...
Well, it was somebody that made it. It was gone. Yes, indeed. But we miss Buchanan.
What made Buchanan so special?
Well, all the people down there lived like we lived in a village.
Okay.
And everybody looked out for everybody's child. And everybody looked out for everybody's family. So that's what made it special.
So where did you go after Buchanan?
I went to Bellevue.
Okay. Bellevue kind of...
Bellevue School over there on 28th and Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Armstrong High School.
Okay.
Okay.
And what was the difference that you noticed between the Churchill area and Buchanan? What used to be
Well,
Buchanan?
I was from Buchanan too, and Churchill, because we moved into Churchill.
Yeah.
And then my dad was from Fulton. So I came from three places, Fulton, Churchill, and Buchanan. So I had the best of all lives.
Can you give us, like, how did you know you were in Fulton? How did you know you were in Churchill? What were some of the distinguishing things between each of those areas?
What those travelers, traveling. When you in Churchill people say, well, you in the heart of the city,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
because you in Churchill.
Yeah.
Well, when you in Buchanan, we said you in the heart of the city too, because that's where we were born and raised. And then in Fulton, since we lived down there, that's down the hill
Yeah.
from Churchill, right over the park.
Mm-hmm.
So you said we still got a good home right here in Fulton.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody loved Fulton, Churchill, and Buchanan.
Was Buchanan and Churchill at the time, was it mainly black?
Predominantly black.
Okay. Was it... What you
Go
guys-
ahead, no, go.
What was the socioeconomic status of most of the people living in?
Well, all of us thought we were rich. That's the way it was. We didn't never want for a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you told us we weren't rich, we would probably say, we can go outside and take a spat out on that one. Because we thought we were rich.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't never want for a thing. We'd never been hungry.
Yeah.
Changed clothes 2 or 3 days,
Yeah.
two or three times in the summer
Mm-hmm.
when we were out for summer school. Every time we went downtown, we was looking sharp as a tack. So you couldn't tell us that we weren't rich, honey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So when it left, when whoever removed Buchanan away and put up the jail, was there frustration among the community? And did you see any like uprising at all,
Oh, no.
protests at all
No.
when they were trying to put in the jail?
No, because it was time for us to move on
Okay.
Oh, okay.
to bigger and better things. And a lot of the people that moved on found better housing and everything.
Oh, okay.
Even though we lived in their houses down there,
Yeah.
we still went on to better housing.
That's good.
How do you feel about the change in Richmond now?
Well, it's come a long way. Richmond has come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
And what they say is the best is yet to come.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But how about gentrification? So the communities that used to be black, you see different.
Took a part in that Armstrong Walker game. Yep. And so that's what made it so special.
Was there?
You would see family members that you hadn't seen in a long time.
So it was almost like a family reunion.
It was. It was a family reunion.
Okay.
And everybody up there sharp as a tack.
What did you used to dress in? What was
We
your?
dressed in so much stuff on leather and suede and furs and everything. Yes, indeed. We were
Was-
some sharp dressers.
But there was no bad, because nowadays they switch the
They
times
switch
of high
the
school
times.
football
Right,
games
right.
in the morning to cut back on some of
Yeah,
the
but see,
nonsense
we didn't have all
that
that
goes
fighting.
on.
We always was good time and fun.
Is that where you met James Harrison?
No, I had met James Harrison before I graduated.
So,
I met him a little bit before I graduated from high school.
but he played
He played for Walker in 1951.
undefeated team. Right?
Uh-huh, yeah,
hmm
yeah.
So how did you meet Mr. James Harrison?
Oh, I met Mr. James Harrison at my uncle's house. My uncle Charles Todd house. That's how I met him. He and my uncle was friends.
What was he like at first?
Oh,
when you
nice
first-
guy. Yeah, nice guy. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Nice guy.
He was from where now?
Jared, Virginia.
Okay.
Jared,
Over in
Virginia,
Sussex County.
hmm
Sussex.
Mm-hmm. That's where he was born at.
Did he make you?
Not too far from here.
Did he make you laugh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he used to make y'all laugh too. Then.
Oh yeah, yeah he did. Yeah he did.
When did y'all get married?
We got married in 1968.
Oh wow.
How long did y'all date?
We dated for about 7 years.
Before y'all got married?
Oh, that's
Sure
good.
did.
Wow.
That's
7 years.
So you must have met him right after high
did.
school.
I
right
met
after
him right
you
after high school.
graduated.
Yeah,
Wait, so y'all dated for 7 years?
yeah.
Why'd y'all wait so long?
Oh Lord, I was a young girl. I wasn't trying to marry nobody. I was a young lady. I wasn't trying to marry so.
That's good. But what
Yes,
about?
indeed.
Did y'all have any like memorable moment? When did you know like, okay, this is the guy who I probably want to spend the rest of my life with?
I knew
could
when I
see-
met her.
You did when you first met him. Really?
I did.
Was it something that he said?
Well, I
Did he
knew when
smell?
I saw him.
Did he smell?
When I saw him, I knew it.
What did he look like?
It was
he
like click. We clicked just like that. Yeah.
was he a tall guy?
Oh yeah. 6'1".
6'1".
Yeah.
Did he talk a lot?
Yes.
Mm.
Always have talked a lot. Always have talked a lot. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Well, guys, I hope I have given you all enough for you to work on today.
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 I mean, when you put it out, whatever you put out on the air.
A
If
lot
you
of
ever-
people are going to hear this.
I know it. And when you want me back again, please let me know.
Are you tired? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think everything was lovely. I really appreciate you all having this interview with me.
we want to do a segment on just Buchanan Street
Buchanan Street.
one day.
Oh, okay.
You can
Yes.
tell us all the stories.
Oh, okay. Then that'd be great.
All right. We'll come back.
Yeah, because let me know, and I can start asking some people about some little historical things we had, too.
Oh, you know some of your good stories.
I know them, but we won't get them add a few, too.
All right.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that interview with my grandmother. Hope you took away a lot of great information from there. It was really great that Harrison and I had the opportunity to interview our grandmother, excuse me. So, and it's really nice. And hopefully we can do it again. There was a lot of personal stories that we hope that we can get to have on the podcast from her because she has a lot of wisdom. So, yeah, I'm sorry if you hear that cell phone in the back or that phone ringing in the background. My apologies. But yeah, this has been the Urban Enthusiasm Podcast. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please rate and review. Please rate and review on iTunes. If you're a new listener, because I know we've gained a lot of listeners recently, please rate and review on iTunes. That would really help us out. And that would be really great for us. And if you could share the podcast as well, that would be amazing as well. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for supporting Urban Enthusiasm. And be on the lookout for all the great things we have coming in the future. All right, guys, you stay classy out there, and peace.